Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're just going to do a quick pick a card so you can train your intuition a little bit. We're going to be using the Herbal Tarot and more specifically the Spirit of the Herbs book by Michael Tira and Candace Canton. We're just going to be doing the tarot messages from it, okay? So focus on the three cards ahead, A, B, or C, all right? Feel it and see it in your mind's eye. Whichever and whatever order calls to you has your message, insight, or confirmation at this time, okay? And yes, you can pick more than one. So let's get started. All right, if card A called to you, you have the Tower. All right, you might want to follow your Mars placement at this time, okay? And there might be some more insight and guidance for you, okay? Just generally across YouTube or wherever, okay? Mars is the ruling planet, all right? The Tower represents the inner thoughts and words which we have created to build up a tower of defenses and outmoded ideas. The ego and desires may be the masters rather than the servants of the inner self. In our fortified tower, we have separated ourselves from life and others. Now the lightning bolt of inner awakening has hit us, and we come tumbling down from our self-created edifice. This is a humbling experience, to say the least. We are no longer functioning from unconscious egotism or race thought. The Mars energy breaks us out of the inertia of the past. It creates an opening for a new cycle. We can no longer rationalize our old position. We are the dethroned kings and queens who must take a new perspective of ourselves and our relationships. The lightning bolt of inner awakening gets rid of those obstacles. The keywords on this card are being knocked from a position of arrogance, so you could be around that energy or be that energy, being made humble, preparing the way for true realization, distress, crises, destruction of old ways, a new cycle to begin, cleaning house, so you could be needing to do that at this time, and awakening to the truth. The affirmation on this card: I inhale and nurture myself. I dissolve the fortress within me. I exhale and cleanse myself. I am open to the awakening within. All right, for those where card B called to you, you have the Five of Wands, so there may be some conflict. I know that's not focusing. There we go, let's put it there. The Five of Wands is represented by the Saturn and Leo placement, so you could be needing to follow your Saturn. You might have Saturn Leo specifically, especially. You could be dealing with a Leo at this time, or they might have Saturn and Leo, okay? Here we have 5 hands representing differences of race and political alliance, brandishing their staffs in a contentious manner. The card represents strife, prejudice, conflict, opposition, and disagreement. Such conflict and rivalries can drain our energies and divert us from more fruitful pursuits and endeavors. Even wars are not possible when our thoughts and efforts are fruitfully preoccupied with building strength from within. Therefore, to feel threatened is to betray our inner weakness that is better examined before we react. Let us not forget, when open conflict seems the only choice, it represents in some way a personal failure in dealing with our own shortcomings, as well as an inability to communicate that which we feel to be vital to our survival and well-being. It is always worth considering the innate weaknesses and vulnerability that has led us to such confrontations, and whether strengthening those areas of weaknesses might not be of greater value. By doing so, we might have the best chance of averting further loss and decimation of reserves that is attendant to all conflicts. The keywords on this card are opposition, strife, suppression, disagreement, conflict. There is a need to look inward for the conflict that is manifested as an outward occurrence at this time. The affirmation on this card: anger is the measure of fear. Love is the measure of faith. All right, if card C called to you, you have the Knight of Swords. All right, so you could be dealing with an air sign at this time, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or B1. The Knight of Swords bravely moves forward in pursuit of his ideals and dreams. An arch defender of truth, he is willing to risk and suffer all for the sake of honesty and righteousness. He will cut through all excesses and unclarity. He is willing to speak his ideas and opinions. However, he must watch that he doesn't do this at the expense of others. Aggressive and brave in speaking his mind, he must take care that these traits do not change into willfulness, manipulation, and impatience. There is a willingness to seek ideals and speak your mind at this time. Watch for being too harsh with words. There is a need to consider the need of others. Moving on to new thoughts and ideas will be good at this time. The affirmation on this card: with strength and clarity, I move forward in pursuit of my dreams and visions.